Hello, I'm a bit lazy today and all that stuff. We did our positive video yesterday, which means it's about time for a negative video, right? Right? Oh my goodness, I'm in Palia and they put out a wonderful little thingamajig, a little news update where they talked about their getting started guide and their bugs and all their bug fixes. And I mean, we're not really that interested in this top part. Here they have a wonderful section on how to get your glider. Don't fret, you'll get there. You'll get there. They show off the store and what we really care about. We should probably do this from bottom to top. So, hotfix 165.1, they increased the timeout durations. It's just how long it takes for you to get kicked from the game, I think. They fixed a bug that was causing players to lose their progress in 165.2, which is good considering they keep bringing the servers down for that stuff. And in 3 is where we see a lot of this stuff. By the way, this is 0.165. That's the current version, so this is what I would expect in, like, this is really early. Wow. They fixed some instances of crashing. The shipping bin now provides accurate guidance on when you receive your gold, so it's got that little timer in it. And you actually, guys, it doesn't say this in the game, but you need to visit your housing plot to receive the gold from items shipped. You can no longer gift special items like the Refer a Friend plushies or the Founder's Windmill to NPCs. They didn't say they were gonna give them back, but whatever. Fishing and gardening accomplishments are tracked correctly, and you can harvest tomatoes like expected. I was harvesting them the whole time. And our most recent ones, you can pick up and move ancient treasure chests, finally. We have adjusted the chat filter for a better player experience. I don't even know what this means because the Scunthorpe problem is still very real in the game. And if you don't know what that is, I guess I'll leave the Wikipedia link below. But I tested it in game and it's still very, very broken. So it's never fixed in any game. Let's be honest. You no longer need to relog to receive your referral bonuses. That's good. Oh, I should say on the Scunthorpe problem, it also exists on their Discord, so you can't even mention the Scunthorpe problem on their Discord without it being, you know, flagged and taken down automatically. Real great problem there. Oh, and the 404 error message now has clearer language. So a lot of people seem to be confused about these error messages. The 400 series of messages is usually you did something wrong on your end. The 500 series is the servers have something wrong. So I think 404 is usually your password or account information is incorrect. 403 is your server cannot properly, or your client cannot properly connect up. And 424, which a couple people have been seeing recently, is actually, I have the exact error code meaning here. There's a failed dependency within the client. The method could not be performed on the resource because the requested action depended on another action. This usually happens when you launch the exe for the game without launching the launcher because the exe requires information from the launcher in order to actually get sent up. And that's common. I think that would be more common on non-Windows, like people trying to launch the game in not Windows. It's not supported on them. Or people trying to create their own shortcuts. And the latest one. They've repaired more instances of crashing. They've pinpointed and repaired the most frequent reported gray box issues. So if you didn't know, some people would create characters and be stuck inside of a gray box and just not be able to play the game. They wouldn't be able to play. The tools no longer go missing after server crashes. We'll see. I have to wait for a server crash in order to test that one. Stackable items are now stacking correctly. I didn't realize that was a problem, but good job if that's happening. And the premium store has some updates. They fixed a bug where the discount price on the bundle purchase page may not have updated dynamically. That's the whole thing. If an individual outfit is purchased, the bundle price should, get lower to tell you that there's a bundle on the rest of the things. But spoiler alert, If you bought an individual outfit, the bundle price will be the same as buying the other two individually, so there's no reason to use the bundle anymore. Further clarification of our pricing structure and breakdown will continue in future updates due to localization, and their pricing structure hasn't changed. All purchases made up to this point were charged correctly, but they just screwed up in telling people what the prices were. And the big one for us today, because our entire video last time was about this, the bundle prices on the Storefront cards will no longer show the total pricing before discount. So if we come back here and click on our store, we'll notice that there's no longer a button here. And you would think that that would fix all of the problems that I mentioned in our last video, but in reality, it's still right here. So they basically put a band-aid on somebody with 2 gaping wounds and said, hey, you're better now, without actually fixing the second gaping wound. Good job. It's all still effectively the same, legally speaking. You didn't actually remove all instances of it. And, okay. Now for our favorite part, the top known issues, and there's a lot of these. Server sync is sending a friend is currently not on plot error message. Yeah, friends are a mess. And we sort of need to go here. That's funny. I told you all of this. There's so many requests in here, but missing glider quest line. So this has been a very big problem that I've been getting sent from a few people here and there to say, hey, just so you know, you should really talk about this, or this is a problem that we're experiencing. The missing glider quest line is a bit of a mess in that the team hasn't really publicly been talking about it anywhere, to my knowledge. People that have it are sending in tickets and absolutely nothing is being sent back to them. They don't know if their player data is going to be wiped, or if in like every other MMO known to man, if they'll just go back and switch the flags to either say, hey, we've set it so that you can now start the glider quest line, or we've set it so that the glider quest line is finished and we manually gave you a glider, which is what like every other MMO that has problems like this tends to do. Yeah, they haven't said whether or not they're doing that, so that's led a lot of people to just not play the game because they're not sure if they're going to lose all of their data. And this wouldn't be a problem. So yeah, did you know there's actually no way to delete your own character in the game? There's this lovely button here that says play, but you can't actually delete your own character, which, I mean, yeah, people might have purchases and you might have to like do stuff with that. But at the end of the day, if I create a character and because they chose a giant pink void in the character creation screen instead of the lighting in the game, what if I create a character and I click a skin tone that I was like, yeah, this looks good in the pink void, but as soon as I get into the actual game, I'm like, it doesn't really look right anymore. I can't fix that. I just can't fix issues because I can't delete my character. Oddly enough, for the glider quest line, spoiler alert, the ability to delete your character might have been the easiest fix, because when people ran into it originally, it was just a problem. Now it's day 8 of the problem, and people are scared to continue their characters because character wipes are the best way to for them to be fixed, apparently. Yeah. Same thing with the name change. They're not processing name changes. So if you created a character not realizing that their naming scheme was really confusing and not explained anywhere, and now you hate it, you can't change your name. They're also not processing character deletions for character change requests, despite the fact that their entire system here has basically made it so that this would be a very important thing to have. I don't know why character deletions and deleting your own characters isn't a thing. It was a thing in 1995 when GUI interfaces started and, gaming started there. It was a thing in the 80s. It was a thing in the 70s. Apparently, Palia has digressed 50 years in game development. It was impressive. It really was. I don't know how they did it, but yeah, for some good news, did you know that there's a Palia team now? It's non-official. A Palia team for Extra Life, and if you want to sign up for that, you can do so. There's going to be a link below. If you don't know what Extra Life is, it's basically a 24-hour stream fundraiser to raise money for children's hospitals. I don't actually know which one they chose for this one because every team sort of chooses their own, and their goal is to raise $10,000 for Extra Life. If you want to, again, join them, you don't need to stream 24 hours, but if you want to do all of that, it's right here. And, well, the game is releasing today for everyone. So did you know that I have a community that I haven't opened to the public yet? It's called Mochi. We'll be opening our community today. So if you want to get into that, let me know. Probably in the Discord would be the best spot since I'll be looking at that. And I will invite people. And in fact, I like trains. Have a good one, everyone, and hopefully they fix stuff, and I'm really hoping today that they just react to the fact that people are missing the glider quest. They need to tell people what's going on. You can't leave people in limbo, afraid to play the game for fear that they're going to lose everything. Just tell them whether or not they'll be losing their characters now or not, or whether it's a possibility. I don't know. Bye, everyone.